welcome all viewers. I'm so happy to invite you to another episode of Triumphant Thursday, whereas I've been speaking to you in the previous videos. Though I have been coaching and creating leaders of the media, I also have a lot of apprehensions of a lot of people who are doing good work not being known to the society in general. In that sense, we have been showing a lot of people who are doing works very silently to the community in a very big way. And today we are happy to have one such person, Mr. Tilak. Though I know him personally for close to more than a decade, I would like you all to hear from him about his organization. Okay. Greetings to you, Tilak. So why don't you say a few words about yourself and what are you and what you do?
Greetings to you and all the viewers. I'm Tilak Raj, and I'm the founder and managing trustee of Sevai Karangal. This Sevai Karangal was started in 2008, okay, by like-minded people. And initially, when we started, we did not know that this is going to reach this high. So it was initially for a year. We only supported one home providing milk for the one each every month. That is what, and we spent 1,000, not even 1,000. It's 990 rupees we spend for a month for one home. And this is how it started. And now from one home we have uplifted almost 16 homes, and now we have diversified in other fields as well. So my personal journey, if you say, even before starting Sevai Karangal, I was involved in so many like charity work as an individual, contributing to the children's home or contributing for the cause. But one point, there was a necessity of an organization for the credibility. So only then, at the same time, you have a bunch of people like-minded people. Even we all wanted, and we started this.
Good.
So that is what we did.
Okay, so what are your services you've been doing all these years?
Okay. Now, see, as I said, when we started, see, the main purpose of it, even before we started, I wanted to start at a children's home. So I want to learn about all those activities and organizations. So I started visiting homes, and then, even my personal journey, when you check, I was helping so many people, organizations or homes. So what I understood is there's a mismatch of balance. There was few homes which has surplus funds. Surplus funds in sense, like, even if they stop getting funds today, they'll be able to run for next 10 years. And at the same time, there are homes where they were struggling to meet their daily food expenses. Right? So that is the reason where we pitched in, and I thought instead of starting a children's home, so starting a children's home, my ideology was completely different. How to bring them as a greater citizen or humane. But here now I thought ours is not run continuously. We have a plan for maybe like 1.5 year, and we'll ensure that home should be self-sufficient, generate funds which require. Because if we start giving, that will not be enough. So that is what we act in for organization as a separate way. We provide them, help them get funds, help them get food bookings, and also we bring donors. So we introduced say birthday with a cause, where we bring one person. If I have to celebrate a birthday, we go celebrate there. And not just my birthday. If it's my birthday, it's not me. So when we go visit a home, so whichever birthday falls on that particular month, we mention in the cake, we mention all the names, and it'll be celebration for the entire, not just the birthday person who's sponsoring, but also so we introduced. And this was a very good hit, where people started pitching. So I bring my 10 of my friends, and even among them, no, they want to celebrate. So that's how it all spread, and that is one part. And for kids, we have tuitions. More than academics, we consider much more things. So for academics, of course, we have tuitions, and we do have workshops, creative workshop. We have science workshops and arts workshops. So different things, and we take them out, and all those things happens. So, and this is for kids. So whether we stop support for the organization, no, still all the network, no, whenever there is a shortage, people call us and we pitch in. That is there. But this kids, no, we always it's a long term. It's not just one time or the 1.5 year period which we talk. That always happens.
So it's a
And we
continuous
also,
process.
yeah, it's a continuous process, and that continues. Every summer we have a creative workshop,
Yeah.
and now and then we take kids outing and all those things. That is there. And from this home, now we expanded. Now we started giving study materials for the homes, and then we extended not just homes, even for the schools. And again, it's all requirement was there. It's not just let's give study materials. We started giving provisions, and there is a need of materials, and we inquired on other homes. Yes, there was a requirement. And then scholarships, people, we started. So excess amount of study material we had, no, there was a request for scholarship, and we gave. And all we call Chanakya scholarship program, where I can give a lot of examples where the type of students, we don't look into marks. That's the highlight. That because end of the day, no, even I am a just pass, end of the day, after finishing degree, I have to support my family. So marks doesn't play criteria in our scholarship program.
Most of them will be first generation students, correct? The parents would
Almost
not have.
everyone is first generation.
So I think all the more important for them to be
Yes,
happy.
yes, first generation. So you can't expect more. And not just scholarship is not just giving uh, providing fees, it's also mentoring them.
Very true.
That
Because
is
I
much more important.
correct. See, because I see a lot of organizations doing good work, but they take only people who study well, who get good marks and all. I think this is a
Exactly.
good
No, that's
idea.
what. See, wherever you go, that is a criteria. It's a
Correct.
merit scholarship. It doesn't
Correct.
work.
True. Very
It
true.
doesn't work.
I completely agree with you. This model should also be done. And one other thing is I've been hearing a lot of relief work which you have been during this 3 4 months, and people generally, like they are so desperate and they become so depressed being at home. But
Mm.
despite that, your shortcomings, how were you able to and still are doing all this relief work to and reaching all the needy people? Because there are a lot of people
Okay.
who are in need of help. Any sort of
Mm,
help
mm.
they would do.
Okay. Now, see, when it started, the lockdown started. Now, I did not know that there will be a requirement at all. To be frank, so when there was a lockdown announced, for 1 week, no, I thought, will there be anything, and we should not go. No one at that period, no one was aware. So I thought there's nothing much to do. And by that time, within a week, no, I started getting requests that, like, we are not, especially the fishermen folks, where they were unable to go. So that is the initial request I got, and I thought, okay, let me transfer some amount, and we gave. And by that time, no, like end of March, there was an announcement by the Tamil Nadu government that, like, they'll be given ration and all those things. I thought, yes, fine. My work is not there much.
Correct.
Our work is not. And then when we started giving, no, there is a community, a tribal community, where they desperately wanted, they did not have ration cards. So they wanted materials, and by luckily we got a donor. Like, we usually have regular donors. Even before I ask them, they come and ask, "Is this is the situation?
Good.
Do you have a requirement?" And luckily, we got Rohini, who was the first person who pitched in, Rohini Swaminathan, who's supporting almost, for say, for 5 years. So she said, and yes, even before I raised. I thought I'll raise a request, but even before that was need. And then no, like after the lockdown, after the announcement, after 5th of April, no, then only I asked my coordinators to check what is the scenario status there, and almost entire see we have a network in the entire Tiruvallur district where we found that almost 25% of the people no doesn't have a ration card. So government gives cash and ration for the people who have ration card, and what about others? So only then there was a requirement that we thought we'll provide something for these people who doesn't have a ration card. So we collected data of people, and luckily again, no, we got the Pranic Healing Foundation who pitched in and said like we'll sponsor this many. And again, like you have all Atichudi team, they also came even before this or all happened, even before we raised a request, and we were able to cater. And again, then the number of people, no, not just Tiruvallur, we also catered to Kanchipuram district, we also catered to Chengalpattu district. And so far, we have covered almost 81 villages across all the three districts, including Chennai. Chennai, yeah, Chennai is fourth. So we are include like 81 locations as such, and we should have covered say some 1,800 families who doesn't have a ration card.
So,
And while in this process, interesting part is while going this process, no, we used to purchase groceries at Yelaur, and while we transporting the materials, we saw say some 14 people walking with all bulky luggages. So what happened is like I asked, stopped and asked my coordinator to go check. So when I checked, no, they were construction laborers who were staying at Adambakam, and they were walking till Visakhapatnam.
migrant workers.
Vizag, yeah,
Almost,
Vizag
yes.
Nagar, which is almost 950 kilometers. I saw them by 2 o'clock, and they started yesterday night around 10 o'clock. And how they go? By walk. And they say, how will you go? They said, like, already in the first lockdown, there was a bunch of people who went, successfully went, reached, and though that thing gave them hope. And they don't have money because they don't have work, and whatever money they had is exhausted. And they left their belongings. They only carried a bag which contains their clothes. All the vessels which they had, they cooked, all those things, they know that they can't carry, so they left. And we supported with like I was heading to a village to distribute materials, so I asked them to stay near the taluk office under a tree. I said I got one number. I said stay, I'll come, we'll speak. So I went there. Meanwhile, they was worried. Actually, they were worried that they'll be caught and quarantined and all those things. And when I came back, they called, say, shall I be? I just 10 minutes, I'll come. And after 1 hour, I was able to return back after the distribution. And on the way, we bought some biscuits, breads, and watermelons. We went and distributed it and found out. And that's how I came to know that they're going to walk. And already a batch of their
Wow.
group had already successfully reached their place. And they were very clear. They said, like, even if I go there, I'll not go directly to the home. I'll go to the Mandal office, report that. If they check and see that they have to stay alone, quarantine, I'll do it because I don't want to go with the disease to my family and spread it. They were very clear. And then we supported. So each family we gave 1,000 rupees, and we supported, and that's how people started drawing. And whatever is there, no, that was raised. Whatever the donations which we received, we started giving. And now the entire scenario changed. One Anantu Pishji.
Mm.
So he said, like, I'm on the way to the border. And I said, even I was there, I was starting, and I said, like, this is the situation, its condition. And I pitched it, and I explained him the scenario, and he himself saw it. And now the things scaled up. So immediately called people, and within the day, no, like we were even before that, no, we have we procured rice in a shop, and he was saying like, can something be done? And even that time, no, like almost a week before, we bought biscuits, water, and we were distributing it. And once Anantu pitched in, no, like immediately called one Prasanna and Ravin, who came with say some 100 loaf of bread and 100 water bottles. That again, look, that was really, and we tried to convince the people to stay, and like no, there was no hopes where people can get transportation, no food here at all. And as well, government was giving grocery kits, but they were giving only dal, rice, dal, and oil. With this, you can't do anything. You can't. That'll not be enough for them. So people started walking. And next day onwards, like we set up a hub, and we thought, let us network with people. And Himakiran, he set up 3 routes. West Bengal, one is to Madhya Pradesh, and one is towards Mumbai, where we set we got numbers, and we gave our numbers, so that now if in case Nellore they're run short of food and they don't have food, so there'll be one volunteer who can address or something like that throughout these 3 networks. That was and then you have a lot of volunteers pitching in, and we collected whoever crosses us, we collected all the database. And I also, like, we with the help of Nityanand and Jairam, the activist, social activist, we filed a PIL, and there the government, like the High Court, gave a directions to government and railway to open more relief centers, as well as uh, release more trains. And then
Shamik trains.
things, yes, Shamik trains, and then things started working. And there were so many migrant workers who were able to uh, go through trains. We were able to send, and not just that, even before that, no, we were able to send quite a number of people to their respective through the uh, vans, maxi cabs. We book 10 people in each cab, and we were able to send. And this process, this way, we have a database of, say, some 4,800 migrants. So whenever a group passes, what we do is, like, we collect, if 10 people, we collect details of 2 people, and we'll mark its their place, village, mandal, and taluk, and state, and how many group of people. So this way, we collected, and once a train started running, we thought, like, sending through the cab or transportation or bus was not required. So whoever was left out, even for them, we have diverted them to the trains, and we've collected funds, and what to do next. So even once they go there, there's not much of work. So whatever the funds we had, now we have a bunch of, say, some 20 to 25 volunteers who the database is shared, and they passed 2 months, 3 months actually, for the from June. So March, May 3rd week, they started calling the migrant workers, get their bank details, and we do a bulk transfer. Like, each migrant family gets 1,000 rupees, which they can utilize it for their monthly rations. So that is how, and it's happening. And apart from this, we have Odisha, there is a group of migrant workers, say some 250 people. We have provided groceries with a third party, means another NGO. So this, likewise, we are working towards, again, E-road we are planning to do for the migrant workers. So that's how it's scaled up.
Very
So
good.
far, maybe we have
You have tell me your transfer.
so far we would have transferred funds for, say, some 1,300 families.
That should be close to
I'm
about
talking about
15.
only the cash transfer,
So 15
direct
lakhs
beneficiary.
close to.
Yeah, close to.
Very big. See, doing that by networking, a lot of people do all this network who all are from different regions. It takes a Herculean task. I think you have done a great job, and you're still doing a great job. Having said
Seriously,
this, tell me.
yeah. So we have to appreciate the volunteers who had called, because
Exactly.
collecting the personal sensitive information, bank. See, even now you get a call from this bank, and we also have an experience where one volunteer called just before that. Someone had called those migrant workers, and they have got the PIN number, and the money had gone.
Oh my God.
They've lost. So in this situation of people, volunteers calling, that's tedious job. So if these volunteers have not called and got the information, giving like gaining trust of them to get the bank details, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. So they have played a vital
I
role.
think you are doing a wonderful job. And probably to support this, people who are seeing, and I'm sure a lot of youngsters will be saying, how can they be of help during this season to people like you and other organizations who are doing a lot of relief work for all these migrants and this COVID related work, right from distributing masks to ration, taking care of job responsibilities or offering the job. I mean, whatever, it's a whole lot of things which is required for them. So, how do you think the youngsters can be of help, and how can they be roped in to assist all of you together?
Oh, cool. There's quite a lot of job where, see, calling, for example, this 20 are mostly college students.
Good.
So
That is what I wanted to know. Good.
they've pitched in, they've pitched in, and they've done. So apart from this, no, these are the work which can be done remotely. Now, apart from this, there are a lot many things. If you know someone at one particular state, and you come to know that there is a requirement, or you can network there, and so that no, there's a need that can be done, because here there's not much of work there. So we are also trying to collaborate with local NGOs where they can help them providing a livelihood support.
Correct.
And not just that, there are a lot many migrant workers staying here. So there is
Mhm.
one guy called Krishna Kumar. He had formed a wonderful group of where we are planning to provide lively means employment opportunities for those people.
Very good. Very
Okay,
good. That
so
is what is
here
most important.
there is a huge gap where you have a lot of people who requires migrant workers, not just migrant, anyone who requires job, and there is a lot of companies who require employees. So uh, here there are
You want to build a
huge,
bridge.
yeah. First, even before bridge, we have to segregate these workers
Correct.
skill set.
Correct. Correct. Skills.
For that,
Skill
yeah,
wise.
yeah,
Skill
for
wise.
that, no, for that we may need
Volunteers.
volunteers. Yes, young bloods, most welcome. And again, now how to put them now, how and there are a lot many requirements from companies where we don't know. So we may need also people to verify which company needs it. Cold calling, or call them, or known
Yes.
established contacts, or you get a forwarded message like so many people verify it, forward it, match it, and all those things. Yes, we do require volunteers for that, and definitely, yes, they can make a
So
change.
I'm sure people watching it will definitely approach you. Thanks a lot, Tilak, for giving your valuable time and for so much of input. And I'm sure that you will reach a lot more people and do a lot more work. And hope your credibility keeps rising and reach many more people. Thank you, Tilak. Thanks. Best wishes.
Thank you so much, Pari, because um, for this opportunity for like bringing out the work
Correct.
which
Exactly.
we have done. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes.
And of course, yes, with all the support of volunteers or the trustees and even you donors,
Definitely.
definitely we can
Beautiful.
bring a change. Thank
Will
you
do.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.